what is LegionVC? You know, who
Yeah.
is it? What is your vision? All that stuff.
Yeah. So what's it like? Well, we're just a group of friends. Actually, that's how we got started. It was a group chat of friends that we came together way before we had any, ideas of making money.
We are
Um,
Legion.
yeah, yeah. And then of that group, we kind of we forked and we created Legion. And the idea was like, hey, these sacrifices are happening. We can help everybody get together and make a higher multiple as if they're a whale. And so by doing that, and if we take 10%, for doing all the work of pooling things together, marketing this, and then redistributing the funds, we'll take a 10%. But if you get a 2.2x, that 10% is negligible, right? Because you just doubled your money or a little more than doubled your money
How
by
dare you
pooling
make a
together.
profit? How dare you?
I know.
So many people
And
are mad about stuff like that. They're like, oh, you. There's
and
people
it's
doing.
fair. It's fair. I can see the criticisms, right? Like we're here because we talk about not your keys, not your coins, right? And so here we're creating a pool, right? And now that there's nothing in the pool because we've sacrificed everything, but now the responsibility is on us to return the funds when they're available. That's fair, right? I understand that criticism. The pushback I would have is, in what real life situation do you not have that type of dynamic? When you hire a plumber to do the job of fixing your sink, you are putting trust in them to do the right work, and then you pay them for their work. Whether you pay them up front or you pay them on the back end,
No,
at some
we're
point
gonna
you have
make a
some trust.
plumber smart contract. Okay, plumber smart contract.
Totally
There's gonna be
trustless.
like a robot that comes in here and changes your flusher. Changes. I'm trying to think of plumber.
With no mistakes. Yeah, no
Yeah,
mistakes. Everything's
but
flawless.
and it just the bot just does its job and leaves, and then the money is exchanged. Okay, we don't need your real world type stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it started. I mean, and it's that's a very minority of people. It's people with maybe a very big bag that felt threatened that we were pooling funds, and therefore they would have to sacrifice more in it to be able to get the top wallet. That type of person might be upset and causing problems. If you know who I'm talking about.
Mm.
But whether they're serious or
I
not
try not
serious,
to. I try not to know about any of the drama. I
it's
try
not
not
worth
to.
it. It's not worth
I
it.
try.
But that is the scenario. And so I don't know.
So it's it's a few of you start an organization to basically pull sacrifices and manage funds like that.
Yeah, so that's where we got started. Oh, and the last thing I want to say, we've
Hmm.
distributed funds on testnet. Everybody's gotten what they, based on what the testnet numbers were, we've redistributed back. Many people have come to us with questions. We've answered all those questions. If you have more questions, you think you were wronged or you got the wrong number, reach out to us. Now is the time to do that. Uh, but what we have a 100% hit rate. We've gotten everything done correctly. So I challenge you. I challenge you to come to us and tell us that we did something wrong, because now we can fix it. But anyway.
Shoot the email to wrongnumber@legionvc.com.
Well, you can find us on Telegram. We have LegionVC News Telegram channel. So find us there, message us, DM us, and we'll get that taken care of. So we had that idea, but after we saw like, hey, this is a good idea. Well, we have other ideas. Well, why don't we pursue these other ideas? Why don't we tell people to come to us when they have ideas, and then maybe we can fund those ideas? And that's what venture capital is. Whether you have a good idea or somebody else comes to you with a good idea, you try to fund that good idea and try to develop it and make the community better. So we've worked
Yeah.
on some PulseChain projects. We have people coming to us. More recently, we had hired a dev company, went through some challenges with the dev company, and then we found some individual developers that have their full-time jobs but also wanted to work inside PulseChain on the side. And we've talked to them about a few ideas that we have, and so they're understanding the dynamics, which has been pretty interesting. Like, if you hire a company, they're going to do the work on an hourly basis, but if you give a developer a percentage of the project, now they have an incentive to do a really good job regardless of how many
Yeah.
hours it takes. And so there's trade-offs there, but I prefer the latter, because then I don't have to put up any money up front,
Yeah.
but then they also do a better job.
it's in their best interest. You've aligned their interest, as we spoke about.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy learning experience. So my role as a CEO, I do the day-to-day like decision making. But a lot of people are familiar with Wendy's for Tendies, Motley, those two other guys. We have Crypto Vince. We have Nikki, who's a little bit less known, but he's working on some things to become more prominent in the community and in crypto in general. But he's a hard worker. We have Crypto Chunk and Jay Mills. They do more of the store stuff. So we have hexmerch.com. You can buy hats like this.
You all run Hex merch?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yeah. Very cool.
So we'll be at PulseCon. We'll have a booth there. If you want to buy shirts on the spot and some of the other merch that we have, you'll be able to do that.